This is a real-time badass Pilates workout. My name is Dr. Sara Solomon. I am a certified Pilates instructor, certified strong fit coach. I have a Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy. I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own toots again, so let's just get the show on the road. Here's what you're going to need for this workout. Me and a long foam roller. This one's 36 inches. So why am I doing this video on YouTube? Well, because the most common question I'm asked by you online is, Sara, how the heck did you learn handstands and splits and all these other cool party tricks in your 40s? Well, the answer, my friends, is it all starts at the main arch, which means your core. Core. I always say proximal stability for distal mobility, which means if you can stabilize your spine and pelvis in space, then your extremities, the distal parts, will actually be able to move in a way that's not chaotic. And that's the secret to letting your nervous system actually give you consent to be able to get stronger, to get more mobile. So this isn't just for, pole dancers and gymnasts. It's for anybody who wants to actually improve. Let's work out. Grab a foam roller. We're starting with foam roller squats. Draw the abs in and up. Inhale through your nose and slowly descend so your bottom touches the foam roller. Then you're going to exhale as you stand back up. Now don't arch the back, rather you're going to draw the abs inwards and upwards. So it almost looks like you're hugging an imaginary beach ball. So descend with control, inhaling through the nose. Stand up with control, exhaling through the nose. No empty movements here. This is slow and controlled. What if you're not sure if your core is activated? Well, then I want you to cough. When you cough, it immediately activates your abs. You'll feel them brace you, and you'll feel your pelvic floor move upwards. What's the intent of this exercise? It's to learn how to activate the core throughout the entire range of motion. So the priority is tension over position. That means if you have the correct tension in the correct muscles, your position will automatically be correct. Next, foam roller alternating leg raises. We're going to do about 3 to 5 reps per leg. Notice that I tucked the pelvis first by drawing my abs in towards my spine. I'm palpating my ab as I raise the leg up, bringing the knee towards my chest. Now I'm using the ab to make that happen, which is why I like to palpate it, because I can feel if I'm actually activating and using the ab. When in doubt, cough. It'll help you realize if it's on or not. Breathing. When you bring the leg up, exhale through your nose and draw the abs towards your spine. When you bring the leg back down, inhale through your nose. You can actually see my low abs, transverse abs, working. You can see them actually moving towards my spine every time I raise that leg. Don't forget to engage the glute on the opposite leg. That will help prevent you from falling off the foam roller. Now, if you're struggling with this, you can do this on the floor, which is a great idea because it'll help you learn how to feel and find the core. Now, the beauty of this exercise is that it's going to show you your problem, give you feedback, and fix your problem. So if you're thinking to yourself, geez, I can't do this, now what am I supposed to do, Sara? Well, the answer is scale it, do it on the floor, and then continue working on this until you can do it on the foam roller. I just love how this exercise brings awareness to spinal instabilities. And it's a huge wake-up call. If you can't stabilize your spine and pelvis in space, then you have no business loading up and doing more advanced exercises. Now here's a bonus that you can do once you've mastered that. And this is especially relevant for people who want to learn splits, active splits. So you can see I extend the knee, and now I'm going into hip extension. Notice the transverse abs really moving towards my spine. You see the stomach vacuum. And that's really how you improve hip extension, is learning how to vacuum your abs. It's also how you learn how to compress? How do you actually bring your knee towards your chest and straighten your legs so you can do the splits? It all boils down to the main arch. So if you want to be a good mover and a strong mobile beast, you better pay attention to your core training. Next, the Pilates roll up. Draw the abs in and up. Exhale through your nose as you curl up. Notice the C curve shape to the spine. It's as if I'm hovering over a really big beach ball. And then I slowly come back down while inhaling through the nose, one vertebrae at a time. So it looks like I am moving like a rocking chair would. Now, if you can't do this, don't fret. This is extremely challenging, so I'm going to show you how to scale it. So look at the top right corner of the screen. I'm hanging on to 2 5-pound dumbbells, and this makes it a lot easier to control the movement. Remember, the intent of the exercise is to engage the core throughout the entire range of motion. Look at the top right corner for another way to scale it. Notice I put a sandbag on my feet, or you could place your feet underneath the couch. This really will help you connect to your core. Notice there is no momentum to get back up, so don't use your arms to swing them wildly and cheat your way back up. Look again at the top right corner. I'm going to show you another way to scale this exercise by shortening the range of motion. So notice I don't go all the way down. I respect my current mobility, and then I go back up. If this is too easy for you, you can make it more advanced by straightening the legs and keeping them together. And you can see this is the ultimate gymnast hollow body position. Notice I'm not using any momentum to get back up. I'm using core strength. And this is hard. You can see I struggle with this. Moving along to rolling like a ball. Place your hands under your thighs, elbows are out wide. Roll back to the tips of your shoulder blades, come back up and balance. So this means the core needs to be activated. When in doubt, cough. This will help you get that nice C curve to the spine that gives you that nice smooth rocking chair motion. I also find it helps to look at my navel, my belly button area. This is just a case of practicing it. Just like any skill, it has to be earned. Next, plank alternating shoulder taps. To prevent yourself from being pelvis Presley, place something like a tub of BCAAs on your back. The goal is not to let it fall off, and this helps you stabilize your spine and pelvis using your core. And when in doubt, cough. Draw the abs in and upwards. Tap the opposite shoulder, and then the other side without letting that tub fall off. If you're having a hard time with this, you can scale this movement by getting onto your knees. Scaling is not a bad word. Remember, the intent of the exercise is to learn how to engage your core so that you can stabilize your spine and pelvis in space. I had to learn by scaling. Next, the bird dog. So place your shoulders directly over your hands and put a tub of BCAAs on your back. Don't let it fall off. What's the intent of this exercise? It's hip extension. It's not low back extension. And most people do this incorrectly by arching the low back. And it's because they can't activate their core or their glutes. So they compensate by arching at the low back. So the first thing you notice with me is that I draw my abs in and up. You can see the stomach vacuum there. And that's the secret sauce to learning how to do complete full hip extension. So if you're struggling with the lockout of your deadlift and you have back pain, it's because you can't extend at the hip. So you compensate and use your low back, and it jacks up your back. So I would suggest you spend time doing these exercises to learn how to activate your core. And that will give your glutes permission to wake up and start working. It's really amazing how everything does start at the main arch. Last, the foam roller knee tucks. This is a bit more advanced. So stack the shoulders directly over the hands. See how I draw the transverse abs in towards my spine, so I stomach vacuum. And I have my shins on the foam roller, and I'm going to exhale through my nose as I tuck my knees towards my chest. Notice I go into full hip extension. A lot of people are sloppy and they don't complete the movement. So what's the goal here? The goal here is to actually engage the abs the entire time. So we're compressing the abs here. Hold it a bit. Slowly lower. And again, vacuum so you can extend the hips. Vacuum so you can compress. Do you see how this is your future handstand? It's your future press handstand. This is how you learn how to improve your strength to body weight ratio. If you struggle to stabilize your spine and pelvis in this workout, then what makes you think it's a good idea to do heavy deadlifts and squats? Well, congratulations, you didn't die. If you really enjoyed this workout and you want to take your core training to the next level and you'd like to get help from me, then I recommend you check out my splits program. It's in a card and it's in the link in the description box below me. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And if you didn't like this video, hit the like button below me. Be sure to drop me a comment too, preferably a nice one. Thanks for subscribing. Bye.